see if we can get to the bottom of it.
But how long are we expected to remain here?
You know, I really think it's kind of exciting myself.
Yeah.
What are they holding us here for anyway? I certainly didn't steal the woman's bracelet.
Nobody said you did. I am just trying to get as much information as I can.
Well, I have nothing to tell you.
Me neither. I just want to hold on to my job.
Look, nobody is going to lose their job over this, except possibly the person who lifted the bracelet, if anybody did.
What do you think?
Now, look, what I would like to know from each of you is your name, your
And tell me exactly what happened.
Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be here talking.
Well, when did you realize the bracelet was missing?
Well, a short while ago, I was here in the lounge talking to some of the ladies, and I looked down at my arm, and it was naked.
All right, now, when was the last time do you remember seeing the bracelet?
Well, I took my early morning walk, and naturally I was wearing it then.
Sure.
Well, absolutely. You can ask Amy, the nurse from General Hospital. She saw it. She was commenting on how beautiful it was.
Okay,
She said it was just a lovely place.
Mrs. Barrington, you've said several times how much Amy liked your bracelet, but what I need to know now is what happened afterwards. Exactly where were you?
Lorena asked me the same thing. I was all over the spa.
Would you be a little more, we'll try to be a little more specific.
Well,
Every single place that you were before you realized that your bracelet was missing.
well, I went to the locker room to change.
Yeah.
I took a shower, then I had a massage, then I went back in the locker room and got dressed. Then I came here in the lounge and I was sitting down. Leo, may I have a moment with you, please?
Can it wait? I got to give Mrs. Anderson a massage.
I'm sorry it can't. I'm sure Mrs. Anderson will understand. Where is it?
What?
You know damn well what. Mrs. Barrington's bracelet. What did you do with it?
What makes you think I took it?
I know you. I want you to return it to her this instant.
Hey, don't be stupid. Why do you think I took it in the first place? You need the money, right?
You did it for me?
I did it for both of us, so we both need some money. Listen, we need some serious rock to pay for that stock.
You idiot. That is not the way to go about it.
What do you think we're supposed to do? Just save a little bit from every paycheck?
I warned you. I will not tolerate any kind of... yes, Commissioner.
Tell me, do you recall seeing anybody strange around here today? Maybe members who you haven't seen before, maybe not recognized, a workman who's wandered away from his job area?
No, although there are many clients that I don't recognize on sight, and of course the place is just crawling with workmen today.
Yeah, well, it was a long shot, but I thought I'd try it anyway.
It was just a morning like any other.
Well put.
I have half a mind to turn you over to him,
Yeah, but you wouldn't do that, would you?
only because I can't afford the scandal.
What you couldn't afford is to have me drag you down with me.
You better return that bracelet before Scorpio figures out who took it, and it won't take him long.
Look, excuse me, Lorena, but are there any exits in the rear of this building?
Emergency ones, but that's all. We ask our clients to sign in and out in the morning. We like to keep all the traffic going through the front door.
Okay, that shoots that there. Excuse me. All right, now listen.
Now, are you going to return that bracelet or am I?
What do you expect me to do? Just waltz up to Mrs. Barrington and say, "Excuse me, Mrs. Barrington, I stole the bracelet, but Lorena made me give it back."
You snatched it. You figure a way to return it, and you better do it fast.
What's all this?
I don't know, something about a stolen bracelet.
Bert,
Yeah. Oh, hi, Holly.
what are you and Robert doing here?
Well, haven't you heard?
No, I've been working back in the stockroom.
Well, Mrs. Barrington's bracelet is missing.
The diamond one that she was wearing this morning?
Oh, you saw it on her today?
Yes, she was toying with it when I was talking to her. But was it stolen?
Well, she thinks it was.
Well, what on earth is Robert doing here? This is hardly a priority for either one of you.
We're here because of your involvement with this place. That's the only reason, believe me. Excuse me, I have to talk to these ladies. All right, if you would repeat for me exactly what you said.
Tell me, were you wearing your bracelet during your massage?
Well, yes. Well, that is, I think I was.
I'm not sure.
Well, I can't swear to it, if that's what you mean.
Well, I'm just trying to get some idea of where it might be. I'm not too good at it.
I got it.
You found my bracelet!
Is this it?
Where did you find it?
Wherever did you find it?
Well, I just used some common sense. While you were talking, I went to the laundry room. I remember you said something about taking a walk, so I checked the towels, and then the dirty bin, there it was.
Oh, how can I ever repay you?
Well, I'm just glad to clear the matter up.
Oh, so am I. Oh, Leo, I'll have a substantial award for you this afternoon.
Oh, that isn't necessary.
But if you insist.
It really isn't. I'm sorry we had to drag you out here for nothing, Commissioner.
So am I.
Excuse me, Lorena, if your members are going to bring their valuables here to the spa, I think you better beef up your security. Now, I know that there was no crime committed today, but who knows what can happen.
I'm sorry, I missed all the excitement.
So did I. I mean, I was dragged all the way down here on some dumb wild goose chase.
Well, don't worry about wasting the trip. You and I can have a cup of tea together before you go back to work.
Yeah, why don't you just do that? I've got to fill out a report. I'll be in Lorena's office for a little while. Go ahead.
Good, good. We can go to the bistro and get some tea and bring it back here.
Right.
Allow me?
Oh, with pleasure.
Your wrist, madame?
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. This thing was like this big, and it sparkled so much, and, well, I just figured it was rhinestones.
Rhinestones? Oh, Mrs. Barrington, hardly.
Oh, well, that's exactly what Mrs. Barrington said. I'm back to work. I still say, Georgia, it's tasteless to wear that many diamonds before breakfast.
Oh, Dr. Jones.
Georgia, everything okay inside?
As far as I know.
Well, I'm sure those two would let you know if they had any complaints. 2 o'clock on the nose. Here we are. Where's the party?
Oh, any minute now. Seems like everyone's on time this afternoon.
You, me, and who else?
Answer the phone. Find out.
All right, give me the doctor. Hello. Yeah.
I'll take that. Hello, Father. Oh, no, he's fine. Andy was just shocked to hear your voice, that's all. It's been a long time. Well, no, sir, I don't think he will. Not just now, anyway. Well, it's my fault. Yeah, this probably wasn't the right time to get you two back in touch with each other again. So how's the medical convention? Well, I don't blame you. If I was in Miami, I'm afraid I would stay on the beach, too. No, he's doing very well. What? Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that Andy will come back home soon. I know he's planning to return to school and train for some sort of profession. Yeah, I'll tell him. You too. Goodbye, Dad. Father said to tell you...
Get the hell out of here.
I didn't mean to upset you.
You pull a stunt like that and you expect me to be overjoyed?
Why do
Man,
you...
we are farther apart than I ever thought.
Why do you think I set this up?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Oh, Frisco.
Get out of here. Out. Now!
Isn't this herb tea marvelous?
Considering what I had to go through to get it, no.
I told you there's more going on here than meets the eye.
A laundry bin.
Robert, I'm being serious.
Well, so am I. I mean, what do they think I'm running here downtown? A lost and found?
All right, so this was a false alarm, but there definitely is something odd going on around here. I'm very suspicious of Leo. I saw him pocketing something, and then he's the one who finds Mrs. Barrington's bracelet. Also, I saw him having an argument with Lorena. He flashed a deck of tarot cards. She was obviously shaken.
Flashes will do that to you.
Robert, they were arguing about it. And when she found out that it wasn't her deck of cards, she threw down the one that she'd taken and ran out of the room.
There's a woman who takes her tarot readings seriously. I hope you gave back the card.
It's right here.
The hanging man.
Is that what it's called? Isn't that interesting?
Fur I'll made myself, but
You see, it's following a pattern.
next you'll be reading tea leaves.
You still don't believe me, do you?
Look, I believe that you're trying to make a common ordinary spa into the Orient Express. Now look, love, I like a spot of intrigue too, but you're reaching a bit here.
Well, how do you explain everything I've seen, then?
That doesn't even amount to decent circumstantial evidence, much less proof of anything more than you have an overactive imagination.
Robert.
Oh, look. You're going to have to come up with more than just a whole lot of half-baked suspicions and one tarot card to convince me that this place is anything more than a palace for garrulous, overweight women with too much time and money on their hands.
Well, fine. Forget I brought it up, but when the whole thing blows up in your face, just remember I was right all along.
Just so long as it doesn't blow up before I've finished me tea.
Here, drink this tea. You'll feel better.
Thanks, but I doubt it. You know, I realize I must sound like a raving lunatic, but I am convinced Grant Putnam is trying to set me up.
You sound deeply upset.
Wouldn't you be? I mean, this thing with pretending to be me and kissing Tanya in the library, that's just the latest development.
Hopefully the most blatant one.
That remains to be seen.
If you really believe that Putnam is out to get you, then do something about it.
What?
Start using your head, huh? You have some very unusual talents, which could serve you well if you let them.
What are you suggesting?
Fight back.
How?
You know that better than I. You have the greatest training in covert warfare imaginable. You know how to manipulate people and events. Use what the DVX taught you to neutralize Putnam.
It's not that easy.
I didn't say that it was easy, but obviously it is important.
I suppose I could give it a try. But you have to realize, I was just a small cog in the DVX machinery. I followed orders. I never gave them. There was always somebody else in charge. I wouldn't know where to start.
You sound to me like a man who's giving up.
Maybe I am. I lived Grant Putnam's life for all those years. Maybe now he has returned to take his revenge.
Great day in the morning, in the afternoon.
Unloving, Doug and Edie, capturing the passion and finding the romance.
You inspire me, Leo.
But one man could threaten their happiness. And on All My Children.
I tried to imagine you as just a friend. I couldn't do it. It's just that I have too many feelings for you.
Loving All My Children, weekdays.
When I said get out, I meant to stay. Save the tough guy act for someone who's impressed. Well, it's no act. And I punched you once to prove it. When are you gonna forget about the past? I don't want to talk about it. Well, you've got to. Andy, it's way past time for a little forgiveness on your part. 4 years is too long. Now, don't you think it's time that we got back together? No. Not after what you did. I'm asking you to forgive me. And I'm telling you that I can't. Can't or won't. Does it matter? It does to me. I mean, is what I did really so awful? Getting it on with our mother's nurse while Mom lay unattended dying? It's a hell of a thing to live with, Anthony. At least it is for me.
Well?
That's supposed to be some sort of question?
Yeah, a very specific one. Did you go to see Jimmy Lee, or were you afraid to find out the truth? You didn't, did you? You know, I don't even know why I thought that you might go see him. It's a hell of a lot easier to just believe what's convenient rather than try to find out what really happened, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna save you the trouble. If you had gone to see him, he would have told you he sent me off on a tile job yesterday afternoon.
He told me.
Then you did go see him.
Yes, he said that you were out of town on a job and that you didn't return until after 5.
And that is exactly what I've been telling you now. Do you believe me? What else did he say?
He said that you didn't do the work.
Of course I didn't do the work. There was no such address. It was a hoax.
Yes, yours.
And what is that?
It certainly took you a long time, considering you didn't even do any work. What was it that took you so long? Did you make an unscheduled stop at the library?
Is that what you think?
What do you think?
I think this is the last time I'm going to say this. Celia, I was nowhere near that damn library yesterday afternoon. I was sent off on a wild goose chase. Can't you see that? No, you wouldn't, would you? And if you did see it, you wouldn't admit it anyway because it was your lover, Grant Putnam, who set me up.
Port Charles Hotel.
Connect me with Grant Putnam.
I'm sorry, sir. Mr. Putnam's spending the evening at his cabin in the Adirondacks. We expect him back tomorrow.
Of course. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
I beg your pardon?
You give Mr. Putnam a message for me, will you?
Of course.
You tell him it's urgent. Grant Andrews called. I want to see him tomorrow at the hotel. I will be there at 1:30 p.m., and I want him to be there for me.
Yes, Harry, I realize you're the best woodcutter in the area. That's why I phoned you. Oh, are you sure that you have the time? It must be 3 or 4 hours of work. Cutting all of that firewood for my cabin here? You can allow me that much time. Well, excellent. Friday afternoon, that's right. Just leave a bill inside the door and I'll write a check for you next time I'm up. Well, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate this.